Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to give you an update on the Port Antonio bypass. Now we are driving on Highway 2000 in Maypen. The bypass that's going to be built in Port Antonio is going to look like this. It's going to be a 4-lane dual carriageway, but you don't have to pay toll on the Port Antonio bypass. It's basically to allow traffic to move freely on the eastern end of the island. So you don't have to go through the town of Port Antonio. You have an option to bypass the town. This type of bypass is very popular, especially for main towns along the coast. So Port Antonio is an old town built hundreds of years ago. So the infrastructure in the town is very old. So the roads are narrow and congested. It's a built out town. So the bypass will allow traffic to move freely without having to go through the town. So it's good, especially with the building of the southern coastal highway from Kingston to Port Antonio, and then you have the northern coastal highway from Port Antonio to Negril. So basically the bypass will connect both major highways. So it's a game changer for this side of the island. Okay, so we are going to go through an article that gives more information on this. And remember, the Port Antonio bypass road will not have a toll plaza. It's free. You don't have to pay to use it. We're showing you this road because this is what the bypass is going to look like. A 4-lane dual carriageway. The Port Antonio bypass is a major road project aimed at improving transportation, boosting economic activity, and building climate resilience in Portland, one of Jamaica's most overlooked parishes. Stretching 18 kilometers from Norwich to Boston Bay, the bypass is part of the larger Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project and is being carried out by China Harbour Engineering Company. Check. For years, Port Antonio has suffered from narrow, flood-prone roads that have discouraged investment and made travel difficult. The bypass will reroute traffic away from the congested town center, making travel faster and safer. It will also help protect against climate change by avoiding coastal erosion and flood zones. Beyond the road itself, the project is expected to support tourism and business development. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced plans to transform Port Antonio into a luxury destination with upgraded public spaces, a renovated market, and improved waterfront access. While the bypass brings hope for progress, it also raises concerns about land acquisition. If done right, however, the Port Antonio bypass can become a symbol of balanced development, connecting people, protecting the environment, and opening new doors for Eastern Jamaica. Alright guys, that's the end of the update article. So let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. So just to summarize, the bypass is an 18-kilometer corridor divided into 2 phases. A 7-kilometer stretch from Norwich to Turkocrawl Harbour, Phase 1, and an 11-kilometer stretch from Turkocrawl Harbour to Boston Bay, which will be Phase 2. The bypass will be a 4-lane highway with median Jersey barriers for Phases 1A and 1B and will include new bridges and other infrastructure. Alright guys, let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. Alright guys, have a good day.